objective. I don't think anything that DJ Moore did was too out of bounds or out of line. I think he was a little frustrated. I've seen Peyton Manning yell at his 5 starting offensive linemen, shut the F up, do your job better. I've seen Tom Brady yell at his guys.
Sure.
Like, I saw Brian Callahan yell at his quarterback after a huge F up against the Bears doing the same thing. Turning the ball over the next week, costing points. I saw the coach say, what the
blank are
you doing? And then when the coach was asked about it, he didn't pussyfoot around and be like, well, the coach is like, I was mad.
Yeah.
The quarterback can't do that. Like, that's okay. It's okay to say that.
These guys got a lot invested in it. They've got a whole offseason. They got a whole training camp. There's a lot invested in these 17 games that they've got going on. And if you expect somebody just to be able to go vanilla through a whole ball game without ever being frustrated, I think you're fools. This is an emotional game.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
I'm with you. Like, I don't think anything he did crossed, again, whatever that line is, maybe he crossed your line, and that's fine.
Keenan McCardle wanted to kill Pete Carmichael
I
Sr.
remember you said that.
He went after his coach on the sidelines.
Now, that might be crossing the line a little.
They were going at each other.
I remember.
But 5 minutes later, because the emotions boiled over to a point, they were fine. They were hugging and kissing like there's no tomorrow.
Right.
But they were both irritating the hell out of each other, trying to get the best out of each other, and it boiled over to a point where both of them probably went too far.
Yeah, so it's okay, like Jurko said, to play this game with emotion. It is going to be emotional. I love the way Brian Callahan handled that on Monday when he was asked about it. He's like, no, I didn't apologize, and I don't take anything back. He said, Will Levis is a grown-up. He's a professional quarterback in the NFL. Will Levis has to know better. And the coach can say to him, what the F are you doing? Knock it off. Like, you don't have to apologize for that. Brian Callahan didn't have to apologize to anybody for that. And I don't think DJ Moore has to apologize for anything, and he really didn't, nor does he need to. I think DJ was visibly frustrated because they were all frustrated because this offense has stunk through 2 weeks. And if anything, I like DJ's comment when he did say, it's over. When it goes 0-0 and the game's over, we lost, I'm frustrated. That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
We're on to a new week. And that's the way it should be. So I don't think there was anything inappropriate from DJ Moore. I'm not worried about it causing any sort of trouble.
I'll tell you who was frustrated. The quarterback was frustrated with his offensive line, but as a rookie, he probably realizes, all right, I got to be a little bit patient here with this group. But he's not going to be patient forever either. And let me tell you, if the offense can't function, DJ Moore's not going to be happy with the offensive line. At some point, he's going to let them know that they got to get their act together. Period. And listen, the players talk more than the coaches talk to the players. The players talk amongst each other. And it's productive early. And it's constructive early.
Yeah.
But as the year goes on, if things don't get better, it becomes from constructive to destructive. Yeah, so pick it up. Pick your games up. Nothing of what happened on that offensive line was good enough. And probably because of what happened on the offensive line, the quarterback couldn't function properly. And when the quarterback can't function properly and the offensive line can't function properly, nothing else functions. Which is why it's important to have a quality offensive line.
Well said, Yerk. If you want to react to it in listening to DJ, anything from the press conferences you heard, you can. 312-332-3776 is the number for Carmen and Jurko. Again, we're on for a couple more hours here till 2:30. No crosstalk today. We'll take into White Sox pregame as they wrap the series with the Angels. Remember, tomorrow we are out and about. We got a Thursday and Friday live remote show this week. So last day in studio for us today. We're going to hit the road mañana. We'll be at 93 Octane Brewery out in St. Charles. We love that place. It's going to be gorgeous again tomorrow, Yerk, and the perfect day to be outside with us at 93 Octane. You could try our new beer that we collabed with 93 Octane.
Collaboration, Carm.
Yeah,
we collaborated.
We collaborated together to make a beer.
Collaboration.
Sit Naked is available. So we'll be pouring some of that. You can buy them. just come on out and have some lunch and hang with us.
You're going to pick up a couple of cases?
I am absolutely. Well, I think they sell those in 4-packs, right? Those the bigger cans. No, they sell them in 4-packs.
Tall boys?
Yeah, the tall boys.
Beautiful.
Right? I'll be buying a few of those. Yes, I'm walking out with a few cases.
I got some for
beers.
some buddies, that enjoy a little bit of an IPA.
Yeah. It's kind of cool seeing our likeness on a label.
I was just going to ask about this. Who came up with the way the graphic looks?
The graphic designers at 93.
The designers there, and I think it was you and I both got in the truck and took some pictures.
So 93 Octane's got like this really cool refurbished, like early 1940s Ford truck that they they had at the golf outing. They pour beer out of it.
It looks cool.
So that thing runs. I mean, that thing's pretty awesome. They don't just tow it around. That thing runs. It's awesome.
Yeah, the engine turns over.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we sat in, they took some pictures, and then they did that caricature. Like that's got to go through like government approval too. It's got to go through like.
I'm not surprised.
And what is it? Is it the NTB? Jurko? Is that what it would be?
I think the ever overreaching government always want to put their hands in everything.
You got to make sure. Yeah. They're like, I don't know. It's not a good enough likeness of Carmen and Jurko. Yeah, they came up with that. Their graphic designer.
So it's a picture of the truck, and you guys are sitting in the truck.
I'm sitting in the truck. I'm in the back.
Jurko's naked behind the beer.
Is he really
in the back?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because when you gave the name of the beer, which is
Sit Naked.
What I pictured on the caricature was Jurko sitting naked with the beer. Yeah, spread eagle with a case of the beer.
That's actually awesome.
In front of his junk. And that's what, in my head, that's what I was picturing as the graphic.
That's what the government might not approve.
Yeah, but so you're saying it's close to that, though.
It is close to. You're standing in the back.
I'm standing in the back of the truck.
What if we got a Peter Griffin situation where Jurko's belly is so big that
it's just covering.
They actually had it like it actually looked like me, and I said, "Listen, we've got to be a little bit more complimentary." After they made me the little fat rat in that one thing on the
I remember that picture.
Our Russell's barrel pick.
Was it Ren and Stimpy or who was that?
It was Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain. They made me the little fat mouse.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And I go, listen, I give it to the artist. The artist came up with the concept. Who am I to reject what the artist's dream was?
Right.
When you said the name of the beer, I was like, it would be perfect if Jurko was just sitting there
and
naked.
Sit is spelled CIT.
Yes.
After the type of hop that we were utilizing.
One of the three hops.
The Citra hops.
Yes. There you go.
Look at Adam.
I think I've had a few beers in my day.
You know your beer.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So.
And the NEK is another one. I don't necessarily know which hop it is. And then the ED is another one.
Yeah. They're all different.
Grab your boy a 4-pack if you don't
I'll grab
mind.
a few of them. Don't worry. I'll bring one back for you. Absolutely. So come hang with us. Try the beer. See the label. 93 Octane tomorrow. And then Friday is a football Friday, of course, with Miller Lite. $5 Miller Lights at B-Dubs. We'll be at Hoffman Estates.
We love
That's the place to be. Yes, indeed. And we'll have a blast these next 2 days out and about talking football. Let's grab some calls. If you want to talk Bears, 312-332-3776. Jim's in Crystal Lake. What's going on, Jim?
Hey, guys, I got a different question for you. So DJ Moore's frustrated. So why is it okay in football, as you guys have said, for a course of a game, to show frustration like that, maybe once or twice, but in baseball, it's not at all. You shouldn't show that frustration at all. Why is one sport different than the other?
Well, what do you mean in baseball?
You can handle the baseball question.
Thanks, here. What do you mean in baseball it's not acceptable? What do you mean?
Well, so like if you got an outfielder who commits an error or an infielder who commits an error and the pitcher shows frustration, that's totally wrong. You should not do that, especially professionally. So that's what I'm saying, frustrated. So yes, you could be frustrated at yourself, like as a hitter or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I think you guys were kind of saying that DJ Moore was frustrated with Caleb. I'm guessing, or something like that.
I think he's frustrated with the whole offense. Yeah, I think he's frustrated with the offense in general.
Yeah. So again, why is it okay if in baseball it's not?
But you have seen too, though, in baseball, like dudes destroy a water cooler, and like you can do it in the dugout.
Right.
And I think,
remember when Zambrano, Derek Lee, and Ramos Ramirez had themselves a little brouhaha in the locker room,
Jim,
or in the dugout, I should say.
I don't know why it is or isn't. I also don't know if I totally. I guess I see what Jim's saying. Like, as a pitcher, never shown a little frustration if an outfielder or somebody makes an error. I don't know. I bet if we look, we could see a pitcher maybe not going over the top.
Well, he's saying if it does happen for some reason or another, it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
And in football,
yeah,
it's not frowned upon.
I don't know. I think athletes that show certain levels of, again, I guess like we all have this line. I mean, and
outward displays
different for everybody.
Outward displays of frustration are usually never welcome. They're not welcome, but it's not like they can't be overcome.
Yeah, and I don't think anything he did was like so over the top egregious or inappropriate that it warrants.
He didn't have a tantrum on the field like a baby and kicked his feet and slammed his arms. He didn't do that. He rolled over. You could sense there was a little frustration. Boom, he got up.
Yeah, so maybe some people do think it's a big deal, and that's fine. I didn't have an issue with it when it happened that night. I didn't necessarily agree with Daniel Jeremiah's take the next day on Rich Eisen's podcast. We played that for you on Monday, and I don't think he needed to step up and apologize for anything, and he really didn't. I think DJ knows that. Nick is in Park Ridge on ESPN 1000. What's up, Nick?
Hey guys. Thanks for hosting the show. Sure. Just wanted to say, I think DJ is acting a little immature. I think as myself growing up playing sports, a way and watching sports, a way I would have liked to see him was to go up and challenge the offensive line and scream at their faces, tell them to pick it up, because there's something wrong with this O-line. There's something wrong with this offense. And I think he kind of did handle it like a baby sitting on the sideline, rolling his eyes instead of going and confronting what the problem is.
All right. I mean, you would have preferred a more demonstrative.
They would have picked him up like Bam Bam and slammed him on his head.
Outward display.
Like Bam Bam. They would have picked him up and just started slamming him.
I don't know if they would have done that. I think DJ's one of the more respected players.
I think DJ's one of the smarter individuals in the world, too. Don't go poking the bears.
Only the quarterback can do that?
You go the O-line? Listen, the quarterback can go up there. The coach, the offensive line coach needs to chew his guys out.
Right.
Nobody ever had to talk to our offensive line. The offensive line was getting screamed at by the coach.
Did Sterling ever?
Yeah, the coach. No, Sterling never yelled at anybody. And you know what? Nobody ever yelled at Sterling.
Really?
Sterling, through injury and through a hyperextended toe and through all the sacrifices he had to make, and guys saw him trying to prepare in the locker room and taking needles to his big toe. They knew he was going to play come hell or high water.
Yeah,
he was going to play. The guy that screams at the offensive line is the offensive line coach. And most of them are cantankerous, angry, bitter people because they've got to be around offensive linemen all day. Like that's who screams at them.
Yeah, I think the quarterback and the O-line coach are the only guys who are allowed to scream at the O-line.
And if I don't think a receiver if the quarterback's I bet you Brady didn't scream at his offensive line in his rookie season. I bet you it took him some time.
You're probably right.
When he developed a little something and won a Super Bowl or two.
Manning too.
He felt that, okay, now I've at the point of my career where if I don't like what I see, I can express myself.
You got to have some skins on the wall. I agree with you there. Yeah, like the famous video of Peyton Manning yelling at Jeff Saturday, like one of his best friends in the world.
Exactly.
That's not his rookie year. You're right. They had some skins on the wall.
Most of the time, the offensive linemen sit there and take it from a person that's earned it.
Yeah.
They'll sit and take it, and then if it goes too far, one of them will strenuously object. I strenuously object.
Few good men. James in Gurney. What's up, James?
Boys, here we go real quick. So I had an overreaction Monday. 18 is so much more talented than 10 and 1 combined. So let's start there. So a little frustrated. Certain quarterbacks throw a certain ball. Wish it was more accurate, but that kid can throw. Having said that, no more excuses. Polls. I'm at the point right now. I don't want to hear anymore. It's like Goodfellas. Hey, blank, pay me, blank. You had opportunities. 12, 10, 96, 4, 14. You had 29 even. You have every opportunity to upgrade this offensive line, and you didn't. No, I don't care what you have to do. Change it. Do whatever. I don't care if it's Kramer. I don't care who it is. Fix this offensive line, and if you don't, get 18 off the field so we don't ruin another quarterback. I'm at the point now where this kid is talented. He's special, but I mean, I love what Poles has done, but no one's really put enough pressure on Poles and Eberflus for what they haven't done with this offensive line. 65 times 2. 65 was horrible last year. I didn't even think it was possible for 65 to get worse than 65 was last year.
Looks like it'd be better with the old 65.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. No more excuses. Fix the problem. You've had ample opportunity. You didn't choose. I don't care what you have to do with the trade line. I don't care what. Put somebody in there that's going to play 64 even. You paid him $30 million. So you made a mistake there. So that's just where I'm at. 18 is more talented than 10 and 1 combined. Shut up. I hope he's listening. Fix the problem. Fix it, Cunningham. Fix it, Poles.
All right, James. Fired up.
Spirited. That's it. No more excuses. A lot of focus on how good-hearted our general manager was this year. How deep and emotional the cuts were for him.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Back out to your
What
phone
a
calls coming up.
crock
Courtney
of-
Cronin will join us with an update from Hallis just after 1. We got the lunch rush during the 1 o'clock hour. Ring us up. Let's talk football. 312-332-3776.